Only by beginning will you achieve.
Tie a couple of ribbons and balloons together. Place a row of chairs one behind the other. Event planning is much more than that.
You really have to be focused. It's not easy. It is not easy because event planning is stressful. It's stressful. You actually take the stress off the clients. So you really have to be fit. You must be smart. And you have to know about the business inside out. You don't want to dabble into a business that you don't know inside out, that you have to rely on people to do for you, because they can mess you up. So you really have to know the business inside out and be ready to move. You don't sit down in your living room and plan somebody's wedding out there. No, you have to be there. You have to be physically there. You have to do the movement. The logistics is very important. How do we move? You're organizing the caterers, you're organizing the rental items, the musicians, the cleaners, everything. You must plan ahead. You must be smart and ready to make on-the-spot decisions. You have to have a passion for what you're doing.
To start off, she raised money from friends and relatives. That seemed to be the easiest part. In our culture, where trusting people is difficult, where you can call on a few friends and relatives together and get your event underway, event planning as a business can be a pain.
It's not in our culture to put all your money, give all your money to one person you probably don't even know, to plan your events while you go home and rest. People didn't have enough confidence in that aspect. So it wasn't too easy. All we knew then about event planning was probably all these companies where you have corporate affairs department, they handle their event planning. So amongst the individuals, it wasn't common. People were not too into it. So those were the challenges I faced initially. You had to convince a lot of people. People felt it was going to be too expensive.
The realization that her choice of a business route is rather narrow and laced with gullies of distrust and deep mindsets, Bukky constructed her own pathway.
I attached myself to a very good rental company. So when people come to rent the large tent, the rental company tells them that they have a decorator attached to them, and then people come, and that was how we started. We got the first clients. They came for decoration, and then I told them about the event planning thing, and on and on and on, and people started coming for both the decoration and the event planning.
If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Success stories are basically the same, ridden with bumps, potholes, and ditches.
It takes guts, unusual guts. It takes unusual work hours, unusual passion, unusual insight, unusual dedication, unusual perseverance to walk your passion, to become unusual. Man and woman unusual.
For as long as she can remember, she has dreamt of that day, that glorious day when she would sail down the aisle in the arms of her father and say, "I do" to her knight. She's prayed and waited, and finally, her prayers are answered, and her dreams are at last coming true.
There's a little hitch though. Their hectic schedule will give them no room to plan their dream wedding. Will you come rescue them and lend them a professional hand? Will you be their wedding consultant and help plan their dream wedding?
When we come back.
They don't wait for things to happen. They make them happen.
They don't lounge by the seaside waiting for the boat of fortune to sail to them. They swim out to it.
Some of them were born on the laps of luxury.
Others with a long wooden spoon dangling from their mouths.
They purchased greatness with a similar currency: time.
They are passionate, resilient, dedicated.
Survivors, all of them.
Achievers, etching their footprints on the pages of history and the sands of time.
Actors on the set of achievement.
every night for them is opening night.
They are unusual.
Man and woman unusual, evolving world-class entrepreneurs.
Overseeing the details necessary to create a dream wedding has become increasingly difficult.
People are too busy juggling the demands of their professional and personal lives.
An enormous opportunity for those considering going into the wedding consulting business has been created.
The earning potentials for wedding consultants is awesome.
So, what does it take to be a successful wedding consultant?
A sense of humor. In a business where you will be depending on the professionalism and reliability of a dozen or more people to create a bride's dream wedding.
Being a people person is a requirement.
Being a focused and very coordinated person is another requirement.
One who has an eye for details. You will be coordinating countless details.
It helps to have a strong business background.
You need many of the same business skills that other professionals routinely acquire at universities and colleges.
Skills for project management, personnel administration, financial planning, even logistics.
The choice of what venture to pursue is the most difficult decision. The distance between you and success is the effort and time you're willing to invest. A foundation of a building is only that, a foundation, not the building. To get the building standing and ready for habitation would require hours of back-breaking work. Entrepreneurship is no different. The rewards are worth every drop of sweat.
Her passion became her business became her passion. Getting it to work was a challenge she had to conquer. She mixed her passion with hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Today, she has a retinue of clients to show for it.
In spite of all this, what has kept me going is the job satisfaction. And by the grace of God, in a couple of years, I want to be in Nigeria, and people will call me up from the United States, from Britain, to organize parties for their loved ones here. And companies will send me to wherever to organize their annual AGMs and all that. Whatever you decide to do it very well.
Once upon a time, on a mountainside, an eagle's nest rested. The eagle's nest contained 4 large eagle eggs. One day, an earthquake rocked the mountain, causing one of the eggs to roll down the mountain to a chicken farm located in the valley below. The chickens knew that they must protect and care for the eagle's egg. So, an old hen volunteered to nurture and raise the large egg. One day, the egg hatched and a beautiful eagle was born. Sadly, however, the eagle was raised to be a chicken. Soon the eagle believed he was nothing more than a chicken. The eagle loved his home and family, but his spirit cried out for more. While playing a game on the farm one day, the eagle looked into the skies above and noticed a group of mighty eagles soaring in the skies. "Oh," the eagle cried out, "I wish I could soar like those birds." The chickens rolled back with laughter. "You cannot soar with those birds. You are a chicken, and chickens do not soar." The eagle continued staring at his real family up above. dreaming that he could be with them. Each time the eagle would let his dreams be known, he was told he could not be done. That is what the eagle learned to believe. The eagle, after some time, stopped dreaming and continued to live his life like a chicken. Finally, after a long life as a chicken, the eagle passed away.
If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Success stories are basically the same, written with bumps, potholes, and ditches.
It takes guts, unusual guts. It takes unusual work hours, unusual passion, unusual insight, unusual dedication, unusual perseverance to walk your passion, to become unusual. Man and woman unusual.
What will pull and keep you down isn't what people think and say of you. It is what you believe of yourself. You become what you believe you are. If you ever dream of becoming an eagle, follow your dreams, your heart, your conviction, not the words of a chicken. For man and woman unusual, Solomon.